Oh yeah, it's my turn. I was in a trance. So these writer circles, first time I was ever invited to do something like this, I think it was in New Jersey, and it's not very far from New York if you've never been there, but a lot of people think it's the same thing. It's a little different. And it was a thing where he said, all right, 5 songwriters are going to sit around and play songs and talk, and it's going to be called Writers in the Raw. So I figured it meant naked or something. You came and you let it hang out, showed the schlong, and then, But the songwriting process has a connection to sex with me. Not only can it be a motivation and a way to, channel that kind of energy, but for me it's a real private thing to write a song. It's like masturbating. I have to find a moment when there's nobody around and kind of get to that place. And we travel communally, so dressing rooms, bathrooms, bunks, hotel rooms, or I went upstairs and while you guys are down here listening to the river, I wrote 2 songs. And I was going to do, this one you could turn the guitar down a little bit for. I want to do the Ted Nugent Budgie tribute yet. No, wait a second. And, there you go. I was going to do this quiet song, and everybody was doing these ballads, and I thought maybe I'd do something else, but I decided to stick with it. This was written for the 3rd record I did, Glitter in the Gutter, and the way I write songs in New York City is walking around the streets, and I get ideas, and I scribble on my hand, and sing it to the telephone, and go home and sit there alone and finish it. One day I was walking around uptown on the west side, the upper west side uptown, and by Central Park, I crossed the street, and I looked out, and I almost banged into this little woman. And I looked down, and it was Yoko Ono. What the fuck? And I don't know her, whatever, so you meet some famous people doing this, but I didn't say anything, and I just kind of thought about it, and I went home and I start singing with my guitar. Usually I have these first words that start, and they're whatever comes to my mind with a melody. So I'm singing, standing on the corner, watching Yoko Ono. Doing that for about 10 minutes, I'm pretty stoked. My cat starts looking at me like I'm a freak. I was like, I don't think I can sell this one to anybody, not even my cat. So I started to change the words, and I started to think, what do I want to say here? What's the point of this song? And I started thinking about, imagine all the love songs, and I lost this person, and all my personal breakups, but you imagine losing John Lennon, someone who is your partner in crime, he's a Beatle, and the 2 of you, 2 people, were going to try to change the world, start a revolution with peace. That's a lot to lose, So I started thinking about my friends, all of us grew up punk rock, and we were so radical, and we were going to change the world and fuck everything up and upset the system and revolution and anarchy. And now a lot of those guys still play the records like once in a while, the weekend, and they're not as radical anymore. They got kids, they got to get the presents, go to Toys R Us, but still they look in the mirror and they go, you know what, I'm a radical motherfucker. And there's a balance in there, finding a way to keep going and be yourself and be part of family and still live outside of society. And I think music brings that out in everybody. And I think whether you have to keep a job and work for the system, there's still ways to fuck it up and make change and make things happen. So thanks for supporting Light of Day. I changed the lyrics a little bit to Aftermath and wasn't watching Yoko Ono. It became this, and this is called Aftermath. Oh, the city was changing. The cigarette hit the spot. Oh, simple distraction. Don't get too upset. Can you turn my acoustic down just a little bit, please? It's making that Ted Nugent thing. For this song, I can be very quiet. Maybe we'll call it the Lemmy thing tonight. Oh, the city was changing. The cigarette hit the spot. Simple distraction from to have and have not, and the real is silent. In all our heroes have died. Now you can buy revolution in any color or size. Standing on the corner, watching people walk on, thinking about a photograph. Choose a lesson, people living in the aftermath. Well, she never got famous. She was a star of my life. You know we drifted like one off the two ships in the night, standing on the corner watching people walk on, thinking about a photograph. How so many people choose a lesser evil, living in the aftermath. Such a long, hard road to move on and move on. And I hope she's happy, and I hope she's free. Somehow we choose our own destiny. From the eve of destruction to the valley of tears, before it all went to voicemail and we rang in the ear. In the midnight mornings, they still hang on the cross. You can time the gun, baby, not to live with the loss. Like sitting on the corner watching people walk on, thinking about a photograph. How so many people choose to wrestle evil, living in the aftermath. Like sitting on the corner, everybody's talking, remember when we used to laugh. How so many people choose to wrestle evil, never give peace a chance. Down a long, hard road, such a long, hard road to hold on and move on. Down a long, hard road, such a long, hard road to hold on and move on, boys. So hold on till it's gone.